Well, bingo, bango, bongo, Big Blue. From Pikeville to Paducah, and all points in between, we give you an in-depth and sometimes extremely opinionated view of the Wildcats. The phone lines are now open. It's Wildcat Sports Talk. Let's join the two guys that bring the action every single week. Adam Webb and Tim Brandstetter.
Yeah, so it's going to have to be a conversation that a lot of us don't want to have tonight because apparently, for whatever reason, you guys are in this fantasy world right now, and I've got to get you guys out of it. I've got to get you guys completely out of this fantasy world that you've been in for quite some time, and I don't know why we've continued to be in this fantasy world, but here we are, and so I want to hear from you tonight. All right. Here on Wildcat Sports Talk. It's 850-366-2287, 850-366-CATS. And just want to hear from you, hear what you have to say. And, because we have this notion that there's all these people in this fan base that think that Mark Pope is responsible for every single bit of what's happening at UK right now. And it's just not on him at all, as a matter of fact. And a lot of, again, like I said, many of you are just not ready to dive into that. You don't want to have that conversation for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what you expect it to be as far as the way it is right now in college basketball. I don't know what more you're expecting. So, because again, the NIL space, the JMI, everything has come to a head here where we're starting to feel the effects of the bad decisions that were made from a long time ago. We're talking terrible decisions were made by Mitch Barnhart as far as this JMI contract is concerned. And there's a lot of UK fans out there that will defend it like they owe something to JMI, like they're their best friend or something. And I just don't get it. We've got several on there. We'll see if any of these folks want to actually start talking now, right? Let's see if they jump on and say anything here tonight and call it. Call my hotline, right? 850-366 2287. It's 850-366-CATS. The number's right there at the top of the screen. If you want to get in on the show, I'm not going to be on long tonight. I just wanted to do a quick show this week and get on here and talk a little bit of cat stuff with you. I think the Cats are going to be about a 6 or 7 seed in the tournament, which is what you wanted, right? You didn't want to get that 8 seed where you have to play a number 1 in the second round. It gives you a better chance of getting out of the second round and into the Sweet 16. And for this season, I mean, that's what more can you hope for, right? What more can you hope for? So, gotta have my drink here. So if you want to get in on the show, I'd like to hear from you, hear what you have to say. Yes, Josh, right there, you say, Mitch set this program back 20 years. Don't care about Coach Cal. Don't care about Coach Cal at all, Mike. You know why? Because he's gone, and he needed to be gone. And I don't care what anybody says. His time was done at Kentucky. And you know what? Maybe we're starting to see something here. Maybe if you guys would put it all together and go, hey, we've got a problem. We've got a problem here, because if Cal is able to get some of these higher tier players, then maybe JMI was a problem when Cal was here. Man, no, Wesley, I just don't think that Pope is a bad coach. I'm sorry. I mean, I know that I know that you have been a very much a person that just does not like Coach Pope. I understand that. I get it. Um, so yeah. And please call Vernon. Please call. I need to get into it with you one more time because you know it's been a while. You blocked me a long time ago on Facebook, so about that. 850-366-2287 cats. I want to hear from you. Hear what you have to say. Get you on the line. And yeah, it's the players worried about their money. You know what? I don't know that it's all that. I mean, there's um yeah. So wait a minute. Let's make something very clear. Pope's never recruited a top 10 player because he's been at BYU. And I don't care what they got after NIL was a thing and they could pay for these players. Like, do you understand? He's never recruited a top 10 player because you don't pay for him. And it was all about the name on the front versus the name on the back. Now it's the NIL space. So there you go. Pope is a good coach. People should give him time. Exactly. Exactly. Do you truly believe that the $18 million spent on players that is with taking out low and that we got our money's worth? Um, Let me make something very clear about this. NIL was a thing for like a year, 2 years when he was at BYU. Don't bring that in here, Wesley. Don't, because this year has been an absolute. It's been a free for all. This is kind of the first year we're really starting to see some of the effects of NIL. Come on now. You know that. And I mean, seriously, you know this. All right. So do you truly believe that with the 18 million spent on players for this team, that is with taking out low, we got our money's worth? I mean, here's the thing I'll say to that. We got our money's worth on players that we basically we got our money's worth with what was left. What was left. I mean, and do you not understand taking out Lowe and Jaden Quaintance? That's like the biggest part. Like what people don't understand is that without a true point guard, you're in trouble in college basketball. And I know you're just for some reason I can't wrap my head around why people can't understand this. So yeah. And also, just for the record there, Carl, I don't know if you're saying Pope's got to go or sorry or whatever. But he's here and he's not going anywhere. And he will be here next year. He's going to be your coach next year. So either embrace it or be upset about it. If you want Bruce Pearl, it's never was going to happen. It never will happen. It's just not going to. Be upset about the administration. I keep going back to Mitch Barnhart. I would have taken Bruce Pearl in a heartbeat, but the problem is you can't take him because we have this notion and this thing in Kentucky that fans think that we can just get whatever we want. We can't because we have an administration at Kentucky that is scared of their own shadow. Okay. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to bring anybody with baggage. They don't want to do anything at all. Okay? They just don't. So, NIL is destroying college sports along with unlimited transfers. Yeah, I believe that. I agree with you there, Mike. NIL is absolutely destroying college basketball. People don't, and again, you have all these other shows out there that won't say this, but I'm just telling you that's what it is. That's 4 million that is washed up, so I take that out of how good the team would have been. So was it good for Pope to only recruit one starting point guard? Yes or no? Um, well, here's the problem with your theory there. Okay. Players want two things. All right. Number one, money. Number two, playing time. If you are paying somebody to come here and say, well, you're probably not going to get playing time because I've got this guy playing above you, It's hard to get a backup point guard. It just is. Anyone that goes down and loses their point guard is going. Look at Tennessee. Ament Ament went down. Gillespie is not as good as Ament, and I don't Nate Ament or whatever, however you say it. He is not as good, and I don't understand how he got first team All SEC. It makes no sense to me. But it is what it is. But you look at them and look at that example. Okay. Um, without the injuries, this is a completely different season. With Lowe coming in and going out at different times, plus Jaden Quaintance not playing, the team had no chance to come together. That's not on Pope. Yes, that's exactly right. Have I heard Coach Pope try to talk? He talks in circles. He talks above people and players because he's a okay. First of all, he doesn't talk about above anybody. He doesn't talk above anybody, Wesley. He just doesn't. He is one of the most humble dudes that we've ever had. You want to talk about somebody that talked above people? Is Coach Cal, the douche that just got pushed out. Okay, and yes, we pushed his ass out, and I continue to say that. I don't care. It doesn't hurt me. I mean, the thing is he needed to go, and it's refreshing to have a coach in there that will give us kind of what's going on, the behind the scenes. He's a very analytical dude. And so what you don't understand is that what you think is talking in circles, he's actually probably like, well, I've got more, I've got this going on, I've got that going on, or whatever. Do I think that Kentucky fan base is one of the most unrealistic group in the Southeastern Conference? No, I think they're the one most unrealistic groups in the whole country. They you don't understand, this isn't 1996 and 98 and 2012 anymore. Those days are over. This isn't even 2015 anymore. And it's because of the NIL space. It just is. I'm sorry. It hurt Kentucky. It hurt the Blue Bloods. The Blue Blood programs have been hurt. And before you say, well, it didn't hurt Duke, yes, it did. It's hurt every one of them. Okay. It's just, it has hurt them in different levels. Okay. But it has affected them in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Look at Kansas. Okay. I mean, these teams, there's no dominant team anymore. Okay. Nobody's just out there beating people by 30 or 20 back in 96. I don't care. Duke has not remained in the top four every year, by the way. They've not stayed in the top four. And Duke, their strength of schedule is absolute garbage. I'm sorry. They don't play anybody. The ACC is not as hard as the SEC. It's just not. And again, we can go down that if you want to too, Wesley. That's fine. But I'm waiting on somebody to give me a call. I'm sitting right here, and this is what kills me about this fan base as well, because I'm on here and I'm like, hey, if you guys want to talk to me, I'm right here. Hey, come talk to me. But no, we got keyboard warriors out there that'll hide behind their keyboard and not talk to me because they know that I can talk them. I can talk circles around them. That's exactly right. Duke got Boozer because of Daddy. That's exactly right. And I mean, we play everybody. We play everybody we can. I mean, we do what we're supposed to do in terms of playing who we can, and it is what it is. I'm going to get you guys. I'm gonna take a quick timeout, about 30 seconds here. 850-366-2287, 850-366-CATS. Give me a call. Welcome back in. Yes, we are. We're back into it. Hey, we like to get in here and talk as much as we can. I'm going to go ahead and answer this call. Hey, you're on with Wildcat Sports Talk. Who's this?
Hello.
Hey, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, what's going on, man?
And I'm doing well. This talk show?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm calling in. This is Carl. I've commented a couple of things.
All right. What you got?
I ain't no telephone tough guy. I'll tell you like it is.
All right, please do.
But
I'm ready for it.
I love Mark Pope. I loved him in '96. I had tears in my eyes when we cut the nets down.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but you got to be a special breed to coach the UK, and he's not.
Listen,
You got to be a special.
What can I ask you a question?
Breed.
Honest. Okay, so now that you've called in, do I get to come back at you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Help me understand why you say what you're saying right now. Just lay it out for me. Why Coach Pope is not the guy for UK, and then I'm going to come back with whatever, I'll come back with whatever you say, but I'll listen. Just tell me why.
Okay, when I was a little boy down in Kentucky, raised up in Kentucky, before I moved out of the state, when my dad lost his job at the coal mines, we live and breathe Kentucky basketball.
Okay.
Okay. You got to be a certain type of a person to have every Kentucky fan all over the world, all over the United States, to respect you for one, okay? And for two, you got to make sure you get everything you got out of every player you got.
With respect, respectful
coaches.
There's
only
respect.
Been 2 coaches I've seen do that. You know who those 2 coaches are?
Who's that?
One was Rick. I'm not going to say Cal because he couldn't coach versus crud. I'm going to say Rick, and I'm going to say Joe B.
Okay. All right.
And Tubby, 3. Sorry, Tubby.
Okay. All right.
Tubby.
All right. That's fair because Tubby to me is one of the best X's and if not the best X's and O's coach we've ever had. But respectfully, look at this group this year. And can you not look at that and go, is he not getting the best that he possibly can out of these guys? Look, they're just not good.
What he's got.
Do what?
He's getting the best of what he has.
Right. So then, so that's my point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Coach Pope is coaching his ass off right now because he's got a bunch of.
You're right. I'm not used to losing 12 games. I'm not used to losing. What did he lose last year? 10, 11 games.
Well, okay. And I'm just gonna say this though, and everyone has to understand this.
Mm-hmm.
The scope of what we used to classify as Kentucky basketball, that definition is going to have to change. It just is.
What I want to be the standard again. I want people be scared about playing.
They're never going to do that again. They're never going to do that again. Never. Do you understand that the world we live in now, every team is good. Every team is good. And I'll give you an example. Look at what Ole Miss just almost did.
Mm-hmm.
They had no business being in that game, almost beat Cal. And if they win tomorrow, or if they were to have gone on and win tomorrow, they get into the NCAA tournament with a losing record. I mean, this is where we are with college basketball now. And so that's my whole point that I'm trying to make is that these teams are now all paid for, bought and paid for. And this is not a Coach Pope problem. This is an NIL problem. This is a college basketball problem. This is a Mitch Barnhart problem. Coach Pope is coaching his rear end off.
He's gone. I'm glad he's gone.
Oh yeah, me too.
I'm gonna say this, and I want you to agree with me, because I know you are. I'm gonna say I gotta play some heart for Cal. I do. He can recruit. He can't coach worth a shit. Okay.
Right.
I thought he was everything until was undefeated. We played in the Final Four. I was at the game. I live in Indiana. I was at the game against Wisconsin. When you got I love the Harrison twins. Do not get me wrong. Okay, I'm not trying to get off the subject we're talking about.
I know what you're saying. You're going to say that he should have played Devin Booker.
Was on the
Yes,
sideline.
I get it. I've said that for years. But
if the Harrison twins ain't hitting last 5 minutes of the game, where's Harrison Booker at?
And I'm going to make one step further. I'll go one step further, and I will say this. I was watching this game today with Ole Miss and Arkansas, and I was pissed off. I was pissed off because where was this Coach Cal that hated the SEC tournament and didn't care about it and just thought that it was a wasted tournament? And now all of a sudden, he's like, well, I just can't wait to get back and see my dogs. And now all of a sudden he's like, well, I mean, we're going to the SEC championship game and out there coaching his ass off.
Arkansas is irrelevant. They never won nothing since Nolan Richardson. We've won. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to cut this short because I know you got other callers, Berling. I'm going to say this. I want you to think about this. I was watching Boogie and Rajon going on Facebook. Okay. Do you remember that little conversation, that argument they was getting into? When Rondo said one championship, what the talent he has, one championship.
That's exactly right.
Dude,
yeah.
I mean, I'm a true blue Kentucky. I got a tattoo on my arm. I'm from Hazard, Kentucky. My dad was a coal
Hazard.
I've been
living
in Indiana since '85 though, because it's coal miner. I've been here.
Hey, I grew up in my childhood over in Grapevine. So if you know where that's at.
I remember Kyle Macy. I go back to Kyle Macy Goose. Okay, hell, me and Kyle's friends. He lives in Peru, Indiana, like 20 miles where I'm from. I talk to him off and on all the time. But make a long story short, okay, we're the gold standard of college basketball. We always have been, always will be. Okay. I think I'm gonna give Pope in my opinion, I'm gonna give Pope one more year. Okay, and I got to tell my son, I'm gonna give Pope one more year, and he does not produce. He's got to go.
Hey, can I ask you a question? You're
gonna ask anything you want. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you the same answer I just told you. Go ahead.
What would it take? Let's say that Pope
Elite Eight.
So let's say if Pope gets to the Elite Eight this year, will you then say, okay, Pope's the guy?
With the team he's got this year? Yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. I just want somebody that can coach.
Yeah. And we know he can. We know. I know he can. You might not yet, but he can. Trust me. I watched stick with it.
I'm a Kentucky fan. I watched all my Pelfrey. I watched all of them. I watched all the former players. Travis Farmer. I watched all the former coaches, players that played at Kentucky coach. Okay, I've seen him in BYU. The same Mountain West Conference, bud. This is we played the best college teams in the nation.
Yeah.
Okay, we played the Dukes. We played the Carolina, Kansas. It goes on and on and on and on. Okay, I went last year to Rupp Arena and watched them play A&M on a Tuesday night. Okay, it was like, I don't know, it was on Tuesday night on ESPN. But to make a long story short, I watched him on the sideline. He stands sometimes, I don't know if you watch him, he stands like a statue. Then a couple minutes later, he gets fired up.
Yeah.
I want fire the whole game. Up 20, down 20. I want fire the whole game.
That's right. That's right. Hey, man, listen, I got a lot of calls coming in. Let me holler at you, but thanks for calling in.
All right, bye.
Take care. Hey, you're on with Wildcat Sports Talk, and I know this is Vernon Swords. So, Vernon, you blocked me on Facebook. First of all, why'd you do that?
Do what now?
You blocked me on Facebook. Why would you do that?
Well, I just heard you say, "What if Kentucky gets to the Elite Eight?" What are you on tonight? What are you smoking? What are you?
Well, first of all, I said, "What would?"
That's going to happen.
Well, I mean, I have faith. It's called being a fan, Vernon. You would know that if you were a fan of any team.
Oh, I am a fan of Duke.
Are you?
Recall? Duke.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the team that just squeaked by a really, really, really terrible Florida State team. I remember that. Yeah.
Did they win? No, that's all I need to know. Whether they got
Did
the
they?
W or not.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's not that's not the same thing you were saying when we won against LSU on a last-second shot.
Did Kentucky win? Is all I want to know. They finally got to play a team and got their ass beat.
Well, first of all,
Right?
I wouldn't call us an 8-point loss an ass beating, but I guess to each his own, right?
Oh, they 3 games. You ain't led not 1 second in 3 ball games.
I know. Todd Golden reminded us of that. He's as big of a douche as you are.
As big douche as I am. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought I'd call in and remind you that Kentucky's one and done.
Oh, are they?
One and
We'll
done.
see about see about that, Vernon. Hey, take care. Hey, you're on with Wildcat Sports Talk. Who's this? Hello. Hello. All right. Well, maybe you'll call back. So I got to address some of these comments on here. Let's see. Kyle says, he can. No, you don't. No, I do know, because it's called having faith in your team there. But hey, well, what do I know? Hey, you're on with Wildcat Sports Talk. Who's this?
Hello.
Hey. You can you hear me?
I can.
Awesome. Yeah, I got you on.
All right. So, just to give you a little bit, I grew up in Indiana. My family was all from Leslie County, Clay County, my mom and dad, and I've developed into being a Wildcat fan and been one my whole life. Up in Indiana, up here, used to listen to Kaywood on the radio and freeze my ass off out in the truck, because that's the only way I can get a game.
Right.
I'm 58 years old, never missed a game until right after the Duke game back in '92. I decided that I needed to put God, family, then Kentucky first. And
amen to that.
I was a young man when that Duke game went down, and it about killed me, and I was sick for weeks, and finally I just I can't let that. But moved to Kentucky, London, Kentucky, got family down there, 2 sisters, and I've also lived in Prestonsburg and Pikeville area, and I'm back in Indiana again. But during my time down there, I've seen how fans can get obsessed with things, and I love Kentucky. I love the history of Kentucky. I watch.
So I'll ask you, with all that said, bottom line is Pope the guy?
I love Mark Pope. I love Tubby Smith. I just feel, and I'll be honest, I never liked Cal, but it was.
No, I don't think any of us did.
He started off
there
great,
at the end.
But I've heard comments over the years, like he's a used car salesman. I've heard into all that, but I don't even want to talk about Cal. I just want to get behind Pope and support him and just hope for the best. You said it earlier that it's not realistic to think that there's going to be dominant teams anymore.
Right.
The SEC's tough. It's proven. They wouldn't be tomorrow. There'll be 10 teams, and
right.
Deservingly so. And if Ole Miss would have been in they would be like Miami of Ohio. They would probably been undefeated if they were in that conference.
Yeah, and that's what people don't realize, is that the SEC is just a tough animal. But man, thanks for calling in tonight. Appreciate you.
Yep, and I will always be a Kentucky fan. And I go to the games, and when Cal was there, and I'd go to a game, and just to listen to the fans, it was almost like a turnoff. Even when he was there, if they got down, I don't know. I just I try to tune out all the noise and these keyboard people that get on here, and just I just don't even watch those sites anymore.
That's right. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I run a site, and so I have to watch it. And I've been called an idiot and everything tonight, so it's fine. It's cool.
Well,
I mean, it comes
I
with the
appreciate
territory. I mean, I guess it's funny when you've been doing this for 20 plus years and you've been all around and you've covered sports for that long. I guess when somebody calls you an idiot, I mean, you must be a pretty good idiot if you've been doing it that long. So
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to stay positive and I don't. I mean, I hope they do well in the tournament, and I'm gonna be watching.
yep.
I took off. I took off work. I took
Hey,
off
hey,
work
hey, man, I got to get going to the next
get
one,
to the
man. I
game.
appreciate it. Hey, you're on with Wildcat Sports Talk. Who's this?
Hi, this is Brenda calling from London, Kentucky. I was just flipping through Facebook and happened to see your program on. First time I've heard it, enjoying it. I
I
just wanted to
appreciate it.
ask your opinion. With Jaden Quaintance, something I've wondered all year is why they paid him so much money after that serious injury. And I mean, I'm a big sports fan, so I watch a lot of sports players getting injured, and usually it takes a year after that surgery for them to really recover and be themselves. And then here we've been all year with him basically not playing any at all.
Yeah. I'll go on to the next call and I'll answer that for you. So basically for me, I think with Jaden Quaintance, he was coming off of that injury. And so I think the hope is, hey, we get this guy. He's supposed to be a stud. He's supposed to be really good. And I think they hoped that he would be better than what he really is. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, I think his dad played a big factor, and the people around him have talked to him. And you got to look at it like this: if you don't want to hurt your draft stock, okay, if you don't want to hurt your draft stock, you sit out. And so, unfortunately, again, this is the NIL stuff, not a Mark Pope problem. I keep saying these things, and it somehow doesn't stick with many of you. I got to go back to this comment. Put us back in the put us in the ACC, and we have 26 wins. I've been arguing for this for years. Love these comments. That's my favorite. You really got to come up with something good to do that. I mean, you're pulling something out there. Clyde, man, look, I know John Calipari is in the SEC championship. And it makes me just as mad because he didn't care about that when he was here. But at the end of the day, who cares? He is it, listen, he is always and will always be who he is. And we will be lucky. He will be lucky to get to the Sweet 16 this year. So there you go. All right. Who else we got? Okay. So I just wanted to jump on real quick tonight, give you guys a bit of a reality check. You needed this. Okay. Listen, it is really important that you all understand that Mark Pope's here next year. So you might as well get behind him, support this team, because we've got several more games left. Okay. You heard what I said. Several more games left. All right. Just sit tight. Things are going to get better. You can punch your ticket to the Sweet 16, and then all of a sudden things start getting interesting. Okay. I will say this. These last 3 games, Kentucky going back to back to back and having to play 3 games in 3 days did nothing but help Kentucky. All right. I saw things in those games that I haven't seen in a while. You just don't, we haven't seen them. And so I'm excited. I don't know why you guys can't get behind them, but they're going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. All right. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. You have been listening to Wildcat Sports Talk. And Wesley, I will answer this because you've said it 14 times. Okay. Pope is the guy. Do you understand? Like, I'm going to die on that hill. He's the guy. And again, I may be wrong, And it could come to fruition that I'm wrong. It could also come to a fruition that people like you push him out. But he's the guy. He knows what it means to wear Kentucky. He was the captain of one of the best teams to ever play in college basketball. He knows how to coach these guys. And you have to understand, when it comes to these guys and this team, they cannot and will not be any better than what they are right now. And while the reality of that sucks, give Pope credit for that. Because Colin Chandler and those guys, Otega Owe, they're dudes. But this is a bunch of just guys that are just role players. And he has turned them into a team. So we don't have the talent, yet we're competing in these games. Florida might have got drugged today. And again, I'm glad they did, because Todd Golden ran that mouth and it came back to bite him in the ass. But up to today, Kentucky hung with Florida. Could we get over the edge? No, because we don't have a dude. We don't have a dude of the talent level that Florida has. The talent levels were like here and here. Okay? You understand? Here and here. So I'm just saying, he is coaching what he has. Again, Wesley, and I'm going to do this one more time for you. He doesn't set the stupid rules that JMI put in place that says you have to go through the school with every damn thing you do or you can't make money. He can't get guys that are like, screw that, I'm going somewhere else. It's not that they don't want to play for him. They don't want to play with the stupid ass rules that UK puts onto them. That's the bottom line. He can get talent if he wasn't handcuffed by JMI. Mic drop. And I'm not. I'm not going to take any more of that garbage. So, you've been listening to Wildcat Sports Talk. Y'all take care. We'll see you next.